Can I see what the shot looks like, Alan? As you can see, there's a beautiful White House, and we have many of the tourists walking around and the Segway people. Well, on Yom Kippur, 39 years ago, there was a young fighter who got wounded, shed his blood for his country. His name is Benjamin Netanyahu. Benjamin Netanyahu, 39 years ago, fought on the side of his country, Israel, fought for Israel against the consolidated Arab forces. And I told you yesterday, it was a 3-to-1 majority, Arab fighters for every one Israeli fighter, and a 2-to-1 military hardware differential. The Arabs had 2 pieces of belligerent hardware to every one of Israel, and they were being resupplied by the Soviet Union. And they won that war, and Netanyahu was in that war. And part of the reason they won the war was the participation of the United States in resupply, in intelligence, in support. But who would have thought, 39 years later, almost to the day, the fellow that was shooting enemies and who got shot himself, Netanyahu, would be standing in New York City making the most serious, the most dramatic, the most important speech of his life. And his speech is centered on one issue, Iran. And we're here today at the White House, Tom Trento, Trento Vision, WNN 1470 on your radio. We're here today standing in Netanyahu's place, asking this president, this administration, some key questions. That's why we're here. Now, we believe that that the rejection of this administration, and in that the buck stops with the president. The buck stopped with President Obama rejecting a meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu. And don't listen to the spin about he's not meeting with any of the world leaders, all of that. That's complete nonsense. When you have your closest ally, your best friend, your tip of the spear that helps protect your nation, our nation, America, in the midst of their greatest crisis as a nation, you find the time. You understand, President Obama, you find the time, and you didn't. That rejection of Prime Minister Netanyahu ought to, in the minds of the voters in America, particularly in Florida, ought to equal the rejection of this president as a national security leader at a time when a leader needs to lead on national security issues. I mentioned earlier that Israel is the tip of the spear. What do I mean by that? Let's take a look at Great Britain for a second. Great Britain is a close ally of the United States. Don't forget, 236 years ago, we fought them, okay, in a revolution. But times have changed, and we both have a fundamental Judeo-Christian philosophy to why the world is, how it exists, all of that. And we've been unified for 100 years as world partners, as military partners. Great Britain and the United States. Hang on. Are they helicopters? 3 of them? How many? It's Marine One, probably. Yeah, that's the president. The president is landing, right? He just landed. We can get a shot of that. The president just landed at the White House as we're speaking live. Usually, that was Marine One, the president's helicopter. You got it? We got some good pictures of it. Alan, you missed the shot, man. All the people at home are going, what's going on? This is great, folks. He's in the house. The president is in the house. Live. Wait, we hear another one. It's usually they fly in 3s. The reason why 3 helicopters, exact helicopters, fly together, obviously for security reasons, this has been for many, many years. 3 Marine One helicopters. The president is in one of them, and they will all come in, and then when it's safe to land, one will land, the other 2 take off. Marine One just landed. The president got off right behind us. Hey, Mike, go see if he's got time, President Obama, to do a little quick interview with us. I got to ask him a couple of questions, okay? We'll have you guys call in and ask some questions of the president. Okay, my point was we're talking about Great Britain. They are a national security partner for a lot of reasons. Not only do we have a common worldview with them, but we have a common understanding of enemies of the West. We fought Stalinism, fascism, communism, Nazism. The Allied forces fought England, Great Britain fought with us against these enemies, and even more so now. Between Great Britain and the United States, we share tremendous intelligence. Our intelligence agencies and the British agencies work very closely together on a federal level, even on a state level. We have FBI agents, we have policemen from various large metropolitan police departments serving in Great Britain. We have military training together. We share and develop the same hardware, the United States and Great Britain. But Great Britain is not surrounded by a whole bunch of enemies, but we'll leave the French off for right now. That could be a whole nother show, the French and the English. But Great Britain is not surrounded by 330 million enemies. So whereas we are a national security partner and ally with Great Britain, we also, in the same exact way, we have people from our police departments, the large ones, serving in Israel. We have Israelis serving here. This is not known to a lot of people. We have our FBI and our various high-level three-letter alphabet agencies serving in Israel, and their folks are serving here. There's a tremendous amount of sharing of information. They can translate and understand Arabic a little better than us. We have, on the human side, human intelligence, the United States is deplorable. Since Bill Clinton downsized the military and basically broke up with the peace dividend of now the world's a safe place, our intelligence agencies were eviscerated. In a contrary way, Israel's intelligence agencies grew and grew and grew. They have human intelligence agencies in every Arab country in the world. They know. They're in Iran. They're all over Iran. They know what's going on. Therefore, just from an intelligence perspective, it is critical that that doorway, that tunnel, that channel, whatever metaphor you want to use, between this city, Washington, D.C., and Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, the intelligence avenue stays wide open, and that necessitates a good relationship at the top. Not only do we need Israel for U.S. intelligence to understand the jihadis here in America, but we train together. Our soldiers train, our guys go there, their guys come here in training missions. Our navies train together. Our air forces clearly train together. We supply them with the F-16s and the equipment they need to fight the war. Why are we doing that? We're doing that because Israel is the only country in the Middle East that has a Western view of reality, understands the threat, and protects the United States at the tip of the spear. They're the tip of our spear. Notwithstanding all the military training and national security synergism between the two nations, there are about, what is that? Is that an Israeli flag? For what? Something's going on over there. Well, if anything happens, we're live, folks, in front of the White House, and some people just came with a gigantic Israeli flag. We don't know why. This may be that never again day. Yeah. Shot. No, go ahead, spin the camera. Let them just see what we're looking at. Take a look at this, and we don't know what it's all about, but we're gonna let you take a quick look at it. Yeah, you can go find out what they're doing. Wait, hang on, Mike. Don't get in the shot. On the radio side, we are trying to figure out what's going on. A small group of people with a big Israeli flag just came in front of the White House. We don't know if it's a protest or what it is. Can you see anything, Alan? What is it?
Getting a shot of them waving the flag.
Just a couple of people. I want you to come back on me, and we'll send one of our guys over there to find out what's going on.